there, beautiful souls. Kimberly here with Inspired Thoughts, and today I am incredibly inspired. So if you are someone who is struggling on any level in your life right now, I really want you to watch this. I want you to sit down, set aside your distractions, and give me just a few minutes of your time. Because I've had, just in the last week, it's amazing how things bubble up and they just guide us on what to do next. But I've had 3 conversations this week. Hey, Mama. I'm actually going to try not to look at the comments because I want to get through this. I have a lot on my heart I want to say. So just know as you're coming on, hello, I love you, and I'm going to check comments at the end, or questions and such. But I've had 3 conversations just in the last 7 days. One with a family member who is incredibly important to me, one with a dear friend, and one with one of my coaching clients. And they all centered around a very similar concept that I think all of us have struggled with at some point in our lives, especially women who, in being who we are, we are conditioned to see and find our worth through the eyes of other people, and it leads us into so many circumstances so often that cause us to challenge our value, and leads us into circumstances that make us feel trapped and cause us to struggle. So whether you're in, a relationship that's not healthy, or a job that's not healthy, or a friendship that's not serving you, or any kind of circumstance in your life, maybe it's your relationship with yourself and you're finding struggle with taking good care of yourself and making yourself a priority. Whatever the struggle is, I have a message for you, and it's going to be hard to hear, but I think it's really important that you hear it. So please know that this is coming straight from my heart with every ounce of love in my being, because I get it. I get it. You have your reasons. You absolutely have your reasons. They are justified. Everyone does. Everyone has justifiable reasons for struggling in their life. In fact, if you're at least 20 years old, you have probably had enough crap happen in your life that you could justify being miserable for the rest of your life. But my question is, how is that serving you? How is beating up on yourself and focusing on all the reasons why life stinks, how is that serving you? How is that making you stronger? How is that lifting you up? How is that fueling you? Focusing on what's going wrong. Focusing on what's not as you thought it would be or should be. How is that fueling you? How is that making things better? Or does it make you feel like crap? Does it make you feel more sad and less hopeful? Probably does. So my encouragement, my invitation for you today is to stop. Stop giving your power away. Because today is a new day. This is a new moment. And in this moment, you can choose to focus differently. You can choose to think differently. And you can choose to take different actions that will serve to make you stronger, that will serve to lift you up, that will serve to fuel you. You have to decide who you're going to be in this life. You have to decide how you're going to show up. You have to own your life experience. No one can do that for you. No one can do that for you. So what you have to know is, and this is probably going to be the hardest thing. I heard from all 3 women this past week that this was the hardest part of our conversation, the hardest thing for them to hear anyone say to them. And I'm going to say it to you. You are worthy beyond words. You are lovable. You are amazing. In all of the years, the millions of years that have passed up until now, there has never been another you. And in all of the millions of years yet to come, there will never be another you. But the world doesn't get to experience your greatness until you first own it. The world cannot experience the light that's within you unless you agree to let it out. You deserve the life of your dreams, but you have to own that experience. So if you're feeling down in any way, if you're struggling, and if you're thinking of all the reasons, whether they be circumstances or things that happened or people who, mistreated you or betrayed you, like I said, I get it. Everyone has their story. Everyone has the reasons that they could justify for being miserable. I get it. But how is it helping you? It's not. It's not. So if you're feeling down in any way, if you're struggling, if you're feeling stuck, depressed, overwhelmed, just stressed out, burned out, unworthy on any level, emotions are just vibrations we carry in our body, and we can shift them. You shift them through your focus and through your thoughts. So my invitation for you today is to pick yourself up. Pick yourself up, dust yourself off, and then just take the next logical step. The next logical step in your life based on what the best, happiest version of you would do. Because life is really, it's about Kaizen. It's about taking the next logical step, and just continuous forward momentum. And once you take the first few steps in a positive direction, just choosing to focus differently, see things differently, shift your perspective a bit, focus in your life on what you want instead of what's going wrong. I promise you momentum will build in that direction. And it doesn't mean that contrast won't resurface. It will, but you're going to be more prepared for it. I promise you that the strength you have within you will always be bigger and stronger than whatever's in your way. What is within you is stronger than what is in your way. But you have to be willing to tap into it. You have to be willing to own it. And often in this crazy busy world and life where we're just on autopilot, going day by day, trying to get through the day, not enough hours in the day to get it all done, and we're just kind of struggling to get through the next breath, it seems. We get so conditioned and so lacking proper focus. It's as if we've fallen asleep at the wheel. Well, this is your life. And the one thing that we know for sure is that you've been gifted this life, this one big, brilliant, beautiful life is a gift that has been given to you. And if you've fallen asleep at the wheel, you got to wake up. Wake up, rise, and shine. And I don't mean just rolling out of bed, rising and shining. That's a start to the day for sure. I'm talking about get up from whatever in your life you've allowed to push you down. Whether it be circumstances, things people have done, things people have said, you rise up. We were built to rise. Fall down 7 times, get up 8, and you win. Do not give up on yourself. We were born to rise. And every time you get up, you dust yourself off, and you take the next step forward in your life, you are stronger for it. And then when you rise and you tap into the strength that's within you to be able to focus and choose your thoughts and properly choose your actions to move further down the path of being who you really are in this world and who you wanted to be in this life, who you meant to be in this life, who you are meant to be in this life, that's the shining. Then you shine, and you shine for the world to see and to benefit from. Because when you shine, you unconsciously give permission to everyone around you to do the same. So if you're struggling on any level and you find yourself through your thoughts, through what you're focusing on, what you're thinking, going down the rabbit hole of the things that are wrong. Why does this always happen to me? Why do I keep doing this to myself? Why do I have this lot in life? Why? These are things I've heard this week. Why can't I make better choices? Why is this so hard? Well, let me tell you something. There is nothing harder than living your life for even a day longer than you have to, unconsciously choosing to be miserable. Because that's what you're doing. You're unconsciously choosing to be miserable. By being on autopilot and letting it feel like life's happening to you, you are unconsciously choosing to be miserable. That's not serving you, and that's not serving anyone. So if you find yourself going down the rabbit hole of thoughts that don't serve you, I say this with every ounce of love within me. Stop it. Take your power back. You get to choose what you focus on. You get to choose how you see it, which will generate your thoughts, which will then elicit emotions within you, which will then serve to help you choose properly the actions to take next. So start there. Start with really noticing, like wake up and notice, what are you focusing on? Are you focusing on everything that's going wrong in your life and around you in the people's lives that you care about? Or are you focusing on the good in the world, the good around you, and the possibilities, the potential you have for happier days and a happier life? Turn off autopilot, get back to manual mode, and create the life experience that you want to be living. So if you are struggling, I will say this one more time, and then I'll let you get back to your day. If you're struggling, I get it. I have been there more than once. I had someone very close to me recently say, you know what, Kimberly, it's like you've lived 9 lives. 9 lives of struggle and have come out the other end stronger than ever. And I guess on some levels it's true. And it's possible for all of us. Call it struggle, call it challenge, call it contrast. We all face it. But you get to choose from this moment forward to do things a little bit differently. To focus on what you want in your life, what you want for your life. Focus on what will serve to lift you up, to make you stronger, to fuel you. And then you just take the next logical step forward in your life based on what would the best version, the happiest version of you do. I ask myself that every day. Whenever I'm facing a challenge, I say, okay, I may be tempted to go this route or say this, or my ego may want to, lash out in this way or whatever, but okay. Or if I'm confused in any way, the question is simple. What would the best version of me do? What would the happiest version of me do next? So see if you can start to catch yourself going down the rabbit hole of negative thoughts, limiting beliefs, limiting thought patterns, self-sabotaging thought patterns, depressing thought patterns of focusing on what's not right, what's not okay, and what's gone wrong. I get how easy it is to go there, but it doesn't help. It just doesn't help. Instead, you get to shift your focus to what will help. What do you want for your life? What positive can you look around and see? In any moment, you could look around and find things to complain about, and you could look around and find things to appreciate. In any moment, in any location, in any circumstance. Even if it's just appreciating the fact that you still have breath in your body and you've been given the gift of this life. So start to catch yourself. That's waking up. Have the intention of kind of catching yourself going down the rabbit hole. That's waking up. And then you rise. You get up, you dust yourself off. You say, okay, that was rough, but you know what? I'm going to be okay. All is well. God is with me and all is well. And then you start taking steps forward in your life from the heart and soul of who you really are as the best and happiest version of yourself. That is how you shine. So wake up, rise, and shine so that we can all benefit from the greatness that is you. You are worthy. You are amazing. You are unique, one of a kind. You are so lovable and so incredible. And we need you to wake up, rise, and shine because we need your light to shine in this world. So step into that. And let me know how I can support you along the way. I'm going to pop over, see if there's any questions, thoughts. Hi, Jonathan. Happy Thursday. It is a wonderful, wonderful day. Jonathan said, I had a stressful life for so many years. I was tired, down and out. I changed it, moved away from my old company to a new one with a better situation, decided I need a fresh start. I started taking care more of me, beautiful, motivating myself every morning to win. And I remember myself maybe remind myself every day how blessed I am being alive. It's a blessing. Yes, yes. And Anne says, what you focus on counts. Yes, Anne, it absolutely does. And hello, Teresa. Thanks for saying hi. So that's what I have for you today. I'm sorry to take such a pointed, serious note, but it was no mistake that I had these 3 conversations this week alone, all centered around this very important topic. So own your worth, take your power back, wake up, rise, and shine, my friends, because the world needs it. The people around you need it, but more than anything, you need it and you deserve it. It's the life you came here to live. It's what I call the inspired life, being able to live your happiest life from the inside out. So go forth and do that on this beautiful Thursday that we've been gifted It is a gift, not guaranteed. It's a gift. Guess what? Tomorrow's not guaranteed either. So wake up and enjoy that one too, and the next day, and the next day, and the next day. Would love to know your thoughts in the comments or any questions you have. If this video you feel could help anyone, you absolutely have my permission. I get this question a lot. Can I share your video? You have my permission always to share the message on your page, or just send a link to a friend that might need to hear the message. You always have my permission. So I appreciate continuing the conversation going and making it bigger with these inspired thoughts. So with that, go enjoy the gift that is this day, and until our paths cross again, just know that I am, of course, sending you much love. Take care.